Well, welcome back to another Idiot in His Garage. Today we're going to be fitting Yellowstuff EBC pads. Let's get to it. So, as it said in the intro, we're going to be swapping out these standard Brembo pads that I got with the discs when I upgraded to the Brembos, and we're going to stick these EBCs in there. Okay, so these are not always free, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a cloth at the front of this. I'm just going to try levering my pad out, and there you go, that's come out loose. They're not always this easy, sometimes they're a total pain in the arse, but as you can see, leave them from each side, make sure I've got a cloth underneath so I'm not damaging the paint. And she is becoming free. There we go. As I said, they're not worn out. There's actually quite a lot of life left on those, but I'm upgrading to Yellowstuff pads, as I said. Right, we do need to push these pistons back, which I'm going to show you my little trick for doing this in a minute. So we're going to use our screwdriver again, try to loosen it off. There you go, she thinks she's starting to come loose. She's almost convinced. So this is what I say about sometimes they're awkward to come out, but a bit of perseverance and they will come out, as you just saw with that. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide my pad back in like that, and I get my other pad. I'm going to slide this one in, and I'll show you my little trick. He says when he slides it in. So what I use, I've got a wind back tool that I use for calipers. I'm sure there's plenty of different things you could use, but I'm actually going to use a wind back tool. It's used for calipers to wind them back. So all I'm going to do is kind of doing the same sort of thing. I'm just creating a bit of space between the two pads, which in turn is going to push those pistons back a little bit. Okay, so when I do this up a little bit, I'm just holding it in place. It's now pushing those two pads apart a little bit. Now that should be enough to free these off and to be able to see inside with a screwdriver to push my pistons back. Ah, you're still here. That's really cool. Thanks for staying. Hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and don't forget to check out our description. Well, let's get back to the video. Obviously you've got to be very careful not to damage your seals, but you can see there's a gap in between the piston and the pad, and then you can just push your piston all the way home. The same thing down here. I'm hoping you can see what I'm doing here. Push your piston all the way back home. Right, so now when we put our new pads in, those pistons are right back. So I'll show you on the front one, just in case you didn't see. So there's a little bit of gap between here and here. He says there isn't one in here. There's a little gap between your piston and your brake pad where we just pushed it back. Now I just use a screwdriver on the edge of the piston and just push it right home. The same thing on the bottom one. Push it in there and gently just lever it right home. Now that would have pushed all the brake fluid out, and now we can just slide our new pads in there. So obviously we're going in with the Yellowstuff. We just put a little bit on here and we smear this around. It's going to stop them squealing up. Okay, and then we're going to slide this home to where it needs to go. Just a little bit of jiggly pokery around, it's all good. The same thing with the other pad. A little bit of copper grease, a little bit more. Okay. And the same thing now, without touching the front of the pad, we'll slide this one home as well. And just slide the pad into place. Right, now the pins we had earlier, They go all the way from the back to the front. You line up your little pinhole. So can you see the little pinhole here? This is for that little clip that we took out a minute ago. So we want that to point upwards, so we make sure that we line it up and push it through the 2 pads. Now you'll see it come through, and you'll see the little dimple here. You see that little dimple? That means it's gone all the way through. Now we go to our spring, and our spring obviously is pushing down on the pads underneath this section here. I'll get you in closer. Underneath this section, because then the other pin's going to come through here. I'll grab my other pin. Again, lining up the pin at the top, the hole, pushing through the first pad, line it up. My spring in the right place as well. Right, making sure my pin's pointing upwards, pushing it through. Got my glove caught, pushing it through, and there it is. They're both now located in their pinholes, and then you can see pin and you can see pin. So now what we do is put our clips back in. Okay, this is our location clip so the pin can't come loose. There's one, and there's 2. Right, so that's the brake pads changed. We can come back up here, we can check our brake fluid, which is looking fine. We will need to pump the pedal a couple of times just to get the pistons back to where they need to be. Okay, so we're in the car now. We are going to pump the brakes a couple of times because the pedal is going to go all the way to the floor because you've pushed all of that fluid up to the reservoir. So pump it in and pump again, and there you go. You can feel the brake pedal getting all firm now. But that is how to change the brake pads on an Nissan 350Z. A very, very easy job. Right, if you haven't already subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. We'll catch you all in another video in the garage very, very soon.